Welcome back. In this video, I'll be solving problem 7, reverse integer. Given a signed 32-bit integer x, return x with its digits reverse. If reversing x causes the value to go outside the limit, then return 0. Okay. Okay. Well, let's get rep will be list that's representation of the number. So I will do if x is less than 0, then rep append or sign is equal, let's call it negative is equal 0, or it's equal false, but here neg is true. Let's try this false if true, also false. Okay, and now I have to get the digits, so my first digit is now first it's 10. While maybe let's go to this, so I don't need this. While true, maybe I'm overcomplicated, but let's call it cur is x. So rep is equal rep dot append well, even if x is less than, if x is less, if minus 10 is less than x is less than 10, and just return x. So let's forget about that part. I have a sign, and now I have to digit will be current. I'll remove it. Mode 10. So this is the first digit, so I can just append this to, so rep dot append But first, if cur is equal to 0, then I break. If it's not, then I append this digit, and cur is cur divided equal by 10. Okay. If nag x if minus x if nag else x. Okay, I think I got it, and I can do this thing for that. I need to do it in reverse order, so like in reverse, let's just do this. Cur is equal to max. I need to test. Something like this, and first I will test if test is smaller than representation. So actually I need this if it's negative, so for v1 v2 in zip, let's do tests first. So maybe I'm complicated too much, but so if length of wrap no, let's have it equal greater equal. If this is so, then if wrap of 0 is greater than test of 0. Let's try this. Well, it can't have more digits, I think. Yeah, so should be the same here. If rep of 0 is greater than test of 0, or, well, that's the only way. That's not true. Depends on the number. So for rep1 t1 in zip rep test, if r1 is greater than t1, well, I need first one to be greater. Well, it's only first one. If r1 is greater than t1, then return 0. Okay, I can do if r1 is equal to t1, and I continue, else I break from the loop, and it means I can have that number, and I have to let's say generate that number. But also if r1 is if it's equal, then it's okay. Yeah. Well, it has to be less for this one. If r1 is greater than t1, if they're equal, that's okay. Well, if it's not tie, then it will for sure. But if it was tie all the way, is equal to false. If tie and negative and not negative, return 0. This part also. It can be tied, but not in that particular case. And finally, I need to build a number. So result is equal 0, and for count value in enumerate as result is equal to value times 10 to the length of res minus 1 minus index minus count and return if nag result times equal minus 1. Something like this. The rest is not defined. Where the wrap, yeah. Int too large to convert to float. What? This is weird. What is this? Yeah. Going to print test. Awesome. My bad. Okay, makes sense. This is some bad programming. Okay, so I came here. Let's now remove these prints and let's check what did I miss. So this was rep result plus equal. Okay. Well, I did. Let's see if it's good first. Okay, nice that there were no edge cases. I had no trouble with examples. But yeah, could have done this better. I'm not sure. But I think this approach is pretty clear. I was just careful regarding everything. So yeah, this is the code. And now let's see time. Time complexity. What would I have this time? Well, this is only number of digits. This is like whatever, 8, 9 digits. This is also, so this should be of 1 and complexity and space complexity also of 1. Log x. Why log x? Well, Well, yeah, it's kind of log x because of the while loop. So yeah. But since I'll put it log n. But since it kind of is, but it's we have like what? Since numbers are up until 2 to the 31th, then we have like 10 or whatever digits. So not sure. 10, 12. I'm not sure what is this number. I've printed it out, but let's see what that number is. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 7 million, 2 billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. So in my opinion, of 1 should also be considered okay, but more precisely, it's true, it's all log n. Okay, that's all I have for this one. I appreciate you following and see you in the next one.